Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I am playing with the AETHER Beauty Summer Solstice Eyeshadow Palette, which looks like this. And this is what she looks like inside. I recently hauled this palette. If you would like to see that haul video, I will link that up above for you. Today I will be showing you how I created this look. Before we begin with the video, however, I'd love to invite you to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Be sure to hit that notification bell so that you are notified whenever I make a brand new upload. And also be sure to add me on all of my other social media platforms. I will link those down below for you. Let's get to the video. For our eye look, I am going to use the Ilia True Skin Serum Concealer as our base. I am using the shade SC3 Kaba, which looks like this. So I'm gonna apply that to the eyelid space with my ColourPop beauty sponge. Then we'll start with the eye look. So this concealer doesn't do as good a job as my Born This Way multi-use sculpting concealer. Like, it just, you know, it's medium coverage. It's not high coverage like this, but it will do for now. We are going to be testing the AETHER Beauty Summer Solstice palette. This is the packaging here. Just a nice box. It is cruelty-free and vegan. Let's chat a little bit about AETHER Beauty. I think the owner messaged me via IG when I was starting to get into clean beauty. So this was founded in 2018 by Talia Abbott, a passionate, highly creative product development professional with 11 years of experience. So they're all about good vibes only, sustainable, clean beauty, non-toxic, sustainable, and practices. AETHER Beauty uses organic, fair trade, non-GMO ingredients wherever possible and ban over 1,500 ingredients from our formulas. They are 100% vegan and cruelty-free. Perfect. Non-toxic, effective color payoff, ethically and sustainably sourced, vegan and cruelty-free. Awesome. And I am looking to support more brands that are women-owned, of course still being cruelty-free as well, maybe clean as well. We're gonna play with this babe today. I did play with her for 4th of July and I really enjoyed the look that I did, so I'm gonna try to recreate that. So this here is the palette. So again, no mirror, completely recyclable. I am going to start by using a Sigma brush, E40. So I'm gonna dip into New Moon with the Sigma brush, and I'm going to work the shade New Moon all over the brow bone and the inner corner. So some thoughts on the palette: very little kickback, finely milled, loving it. Next I'm gonna go in with another Sigma brush. This is the Sigma Blending E25. Then I'm gonna dip into the shade Sol, and I'm going to start working that here along the outer portion and maybe some here along the crease as well. I'm doing kind of like a V shape. And with that same brush, I'm gonna dip into the shade Balance, and I'm gonna work that here a little bit more along the outer lid space. I really am just trying to pack this shade onto the kind of socket but outer corner of the eye, and then whatever I have left over, I'm bringing it towards the middle eyelid space. Next, with a very dirty pencil brush, I'm gonna dip into the shade Sister, which looks like this. It's more kind of like a plummy brown shade. I'm going to apply that as I would perhaps an eyeliner. So we're just gonna flick it here, but I'll start it here along the middle eyelid space and just kind of build out from there. So now this might look a little bit messy, but we're gonna clean her up in a bit. Before we do that though, I'm gonna dip into this shade here that came in the Sephora Favorites Clean Makeup Kit. And I'm gonna apply that to the lid space, just using grades, just like a little square here. So that's the shade here. I'm going to apply it here along the inner corner. Just with my finger, and the formula is very creamy, finely milled. Okay, so we've got that. Now I'm gonna take a cotton swab. Oh my god, how long did that take? And I'm just gonna clean the outer corners here. So yeah, she cleaned up very nicely. You should know that I placed an order for the Joshua Tree palette, which is an all matte kind of colorful palette, so I'm really excited to play with that soon. But I really enjoyed this shade. It's very pretty. Okay, so I am going to do my foundation off camera, and then I will come back and we will work on the lower lash line, and then I'll give you some final thoughts on the AETHER Beauty Summer Solstice palette. Oh, and the names are also listed back here in case you are very likely to lose this plastic sheet, which is me. So don't you fret, the names are right back here. Okay, so I'm gonna do my makeup, the rest of my face off camera, and then I'll BRB. All right, so now we're gonna move on to the lower lash line here. I have done the rest of my face. If the under eye looks a little weird or one area does not look as the other does, is because I am also filming a concealer video. So stay tuned for that, my friends. We're going to use a pencil brush here. I'm gonna try to grab the cleanest one. This one is by a brand that shall not be named. I'm gonna dip into Sol, and I'm gonna work that into the lower lash line. We'll start it all throughout. And then I'm gonna dip into the shade Balance right here. And then on the outer lower lash line, I'm going to be using the shade Sister. I want to say that's the name, Sister. Okay, so this is the eye look so far. I really like the palette, and I feel like I'm going to be reaching for this a lot throughout the summer. I think what I want to do is throw in some of this shade here. What is this called? Citrine. Citrine, it's one of my favorite crystals. Citrine for your sacral chakra. So I'm gonna throw that into the inner corner with a ColourPop pencil brush E10. I know since we are no longer supporting Morphe, ColourPop makes great brushes. Throw that in here, and they are cruelty free as well. So I'm just gonna throw that here along the inner corner. Do love to blow her out. It's kind of like this is like a warmer champagne color. I really like that. This might be one of my favorite eye looks I've ever done here on my channel. So some final thoughts on the palette here. I had a lot of fun playing with it and creating this very beautiful eye look. I do have the Joshua Tree palette on its way, so I cannot wait to play with that, but this is what the palette looks like. But yeah, I will try to create more looks with this palette in the future. But like I said, I enjoyed creating the look. I think it's so pretty, and I appreciate that the packaging is recyclable, so I don't feel even more guilty for just buying product. I know that it's not just going to sit in a landfill somewhere, and these shadows are said to last you about 3 years. I do have a code with AETHER Beauty as well. You can find that down below. I think it's Nadia 15. I'm not quite sure. So you can use that to make a purchase on the AETHER Beauty website. If you'd like, it's going to really help me and my channel here so I can continue to produce content. So I enjoyed playing with this so much, and I can't believe this is clean beauty. That is all I have for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for spending some time with me today, and I will see you in my next video. Bye. With my ColourPop Beauty Sponge. Zoom you in. So I'm gonna dip into New Moon. So now we'll do